And you can get all the data, and it's a tremendous help. Plus, they're looking at the students and where they're coming from.
Lots of international students, yes,
Yeah, a lot of international.
who are going back to their countries in many cases.
That's right.
We're going to do this in 2 minutes. Where can we identify, read that, where can we identify potential, practical, synergistic ways to collaborate between the various ministries, networks, coalitions, and initiatives within our affinity groups? That's a packed one right there. We'll have a little bit more structure tomorrow because we got a 2-hour deal. We're going to have all of them.
I would say one thing for sure, a commonality becomes easy that churches and everybody would like to do is an event. An event that at least leads for a little bit of unity. Could be a starting point, like a Christmas outreach, is the thought.
That's it. That's a good thought. Jesus video project or something. Or what affinity groups are not at the table that we should include in our thinking? Who's not at the table, folks, in city reaching around this idea of researching and reaching with and among the diaspora in cities? Who's not at the table?
Denominational leaders and church planters.
That's a big one, to some degree.
That's a big one. Ethnic pastors, we need more ethnic pastors here. There's lots of them.
And in city reaching, we need more, the leadership of city reaching movements. I mean, if I were to, this is because I know most of them, not all of them, and got great relationships, you go and look at some of the city reaching streams, and you find that the leadership is not reflective of a diverse body of Christ. You really just look, it's not there. There have been some efforts to change it. You look at some of the denominations. You look even at our Mission America Coalition. We've got to be able to self-assess. The tables are still mostly older white brothers, and that is a challenge. How do you change that? There has to be some intentionality about it. But some people are really sincere about wanting to change that, but they don't have the way, the know-how, and so they have to, and then they get in some bad connecting relationships. I know one Hispanic pastor, maybe that will be the one that will get us connected. Well, he may not be the best one, so anyway. So we got some challenges. So to be able to, who needs to be at the table? More denominational leaders, more ethnic, more women. Yes, very much so. More women. And younger people, yes.
I think maybe one more fundamental question, which challenges even all that, is like we're framing the question in terms of inviting non-white people into a white-dominated organization. Like, so is an organization like this even the right table to be organizing around? Or is this one table that needs to be part of a bigger table, which is not? You see what I mean? Like this.
I know exactly what you mean.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it needs to exist. I don't know. Maybe there are coalitions where coalitions of pastors and churches that are not white dominated, that a group like the Mission Coalition could enter into and say, we'd love to. Could we come to your table?
We're going to close up. Here's where I'm heading. Because I blew it, I should have gotten this to you, and by the time I would have gone back to the room and hustle back over here. When we begin to share the kind of the city summary, would you allow me to, as someone who's kind of worked in some areas, kind of represent out of what you kind of said? If you just don't agree with it totally, it's okay. You say, well, he didn't really represent what we wanted to say. I'll try to be not, I try to be somewhat balanced into the city reaching scroll. Otherwise, we won't have our feedback. I hope the other groups don't have the same experience.
All in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Can I make a recommendation? Obviously, we'll be together the rest of the night. So if you have thoughts on this, would you just find Jarvis and let him know, and he can make a note?
Yeah, bring the form that you
I
did
think
get.
that'd be helpful because we. Yeah, bring the form you give me.
Well, they got the questions now.
You'll have the form tonight at the meeting, correct?
I can do the form.
You'll have them at the dinner.
Yes, and we're meeting after the dinner, though.
Right.
So we have to have the form back.
Well, we can find you at the dinner and get the form.
If you see me at the dinner 5